All right, y'all, what's going on? We got another G body for you today. This one is kind of interesting. A 1986 Cutlass Broham. Super solid car, hiding some interesting things. First, you're gonna notice it is finishing that maroon color. You can tell that it's been repainted. I'm not gonna sit here and say this is like some super crazy, amazing paint job, but it has been repainted for you. You'll see that it does have Grand National wheels on it. We're gonna go ahead and just start moving down the car. I didn't have any major dents or scratches that I needed to point out. We got a couple little dings here and there. Can't point out every single one of them. Obviously, if you're interested in this car, we'll do a FaceTime and we'll go from there. It's the roof of the car. Rear quarter looks decent. Don't have any waves or dents to really point out in the body. Body looks pretty solid. Rear glass doesn't have any cracks. And then you guys can see what I was talking about, you know, in the light. Obviously, it's got some orange peel. Doesn't look like it's been wet sanded, but paint is fresh for the most part. Bumper solid. We don't have any cracks, any rust. And looking down the driver's side, again, body panel looks pretty solid. Didn't have any waves or anything there. Got this 87 back there just warming up before I do the test drive. I like to get them up to temp, make sure nothing comes on before I drive them, since the drive is only about 4 or 5 minutes. So driver door, all trim intact, chrome cladding at the bottom intact where it's supposed to be. Windshield don't have any cracks or rock chips, so that's always a plus. Coming to the front of the car, bumper looks good, no rust in the chrome, slats where they're supposed to be. Give me a second and I'll go ahead and pop the trunk. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, we can go ahead. I already popped it. Check out what I was saying, what makes this one super interesting in my personal opinion anyway. Bang. So we got a full drivetrain out of an 86 Grand National. So as you guys see, 3.6 turbo. It's got the trans and it's got the rear end too, the 8.5. So super dope setup. Looks like they might have the AC connected. We'll double check that. But I think this is super cool personally. I'm not no crazy Cutlass fan or anything like that. But having a different kind of swap does kind of make it interesting to me personally. Stops you from having to LS swap it. Nothing crazy with the trunk. Pans look good. No soft spots, no rust. Again, this one had been repainted, so. Getting to the interior. Nothing crazy on the interior. It's pretty solid. Maroon. Got your nice pillow tops. Rear seats look good, no rips, no tears. Carpet looks average, probably could be replaced, honestly. Headliner, I'm gonna say it's not sagging, but it's because, you know, back in the day they put them pins in there, so it's got those pins that stop it, that's why. Here's our front seat, no rips or tears. You got your normal fading in the maroon. Same thing all of these GM products have with this material. Door panel looks solid, no cracks. Dash does have some cracks. A little dash pad to take care of that for you. And let me get over. Hey, the key in the box. Yeah. Let's see, driver side. Door panels, everything where it's supposed to be. Driver seat, no rips or tears. Again, just got your fading from the sun. Mileage reads 62,000. Give me a second, we'll do this test drive. All right, let's get started. Other benefit of that Grand National motor, got the fuel injection. Nice start. Again, mileage reads 62,587. Horn works, left turn, right turn, tilt wheel. I can't tell if the lights are on. They're not showing in the dash, so we'll check at the end like we normally do. Interior lights are working. Turn that down. wiper. Solid there. Windows are manual. Won't worry about that. As you can see, you got your Scan Master set up. Let's see if this radio works. Does work. Yep. Turn that off. Let's see. The blower is working. Nothing out of this vent. Nothing there. A little bit out the bottom. Let me go to the vent. Yeah, nothing out of the vents. Make sure it's on cold. I got air blowing out the bottom, but it is not cold. So blower works. Let's just say AC equipped. Move my hand. All right. Tank reads 3/4. See how she was in neutral. As I always say with these old cars, no way of knowing for sure if tank is complete if we didn't put the actual fuel cylinder unit in and all of that. So maybe it's accurate, maybe it's not. I never trust it. I almost put gas in every time I drive. So not a fun way to live, I know. I can hear that electric fuel pump in the back. Shift was smooth. I know you guys can hear that turbo. Gotta love the sound of it. It's like 74 right now. Not exactly cool, but cool enough to, you know, that it's good weather for the turbo. Considering the 90, it'll be later. Love that sound. Steering wheel is not clocked appropriately, and hands off the wheel. Appears to be tracking straight, so we'll roll with that. Normal play in the wheel, nothing crazy. Brakes feel average. I'm sure disc in the front, drums in the rear. Nothing crazy, not overly stiff, not overly soft. I don't hear any belt squeal or anything. Our windows are not rattling in the doors. Those two shifts were super smooth. This is what I was talking about with the gas tanks on old cars. That's why I don't necessarily always trust them, because they have that little bobber to read the level. Any type of movement and you see it just moving up and down. So if you're on a hill, an incline, anything that you might not notice, it could read way lower than what's really in there, possibly more than what's in there. So do with that as you please. This would definitely be a little fun car to build. You know, pop the hood and you got a different, you know, like I said, you got the GN drivetrain under there. Kind of dope. Oh, I just noticed the speedometer does not work. Sorry, I've been so worried about driving. Speedometer does not work in here. Yeah, she is getting up though. So, cool. Give me a second. I'll get her on the rack and we are going to check out underneath. All right, got the Cutlass up on the rack. Rear bumper looks pretty solid. We do have some cracks underneath. Oops, sorry, underneath. Gas tank looks solid. No signs of leaks. Frame, floor pans look good back here. Drums in the rear. Again, everything is stock. This is the 8.5 out of the GN. So stronger rear end. That's why the exhaust sounds like that. Basically, if you want to call them dump outs, but open from the mufflers. So new mufflers. Frame looks solid. Floor, no cats. Floors look good over here. Let's see. Nothing that I really noticed. A little bit of a soft spot right here. Oops, right there. Looks like this trans, well, obviously when they put all this in, new trans and oil pan, or new trans pan anyway. A little bit hot under here off the test drive. Disc brakes up in the front as expected. Oil pan is dry. Nothing really to write home about. Front bumper looks solid. Nothing I can really write. Looks average. Coming down the passenger side. Tires are new at all four corners. You got the old Grand National wheels. Chrome cladding is intact. You can see again it's been repainted. Looks like that was a miss. Coming around the driver's side. All right, if you guys are interested in this 86 Cutlass, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.